On a quiet stretch of land in west central Missouri sits a 125-year-old farmhouse built in 1901 by my husband's family. These walls have seen generations grow, fields planted and harvested, babies raised, and a whole lot of life lived in between. And today, we're raising the next generation here on the very same century farm. I'm Brittney, the Homestead dreamer behind my lilac hill. Most days, you'll find me in the garden with dirt in my hands, in the kitchen preserving the harvest, or out in the barn milking our family cow. I'm also raising and homeschooling our children, teaching them not just how to live, but how to live well, with intention, gratitude, and with a deep appreciation for the life that we've been given. And there's our little farm store, a piece of this life that we get to share with our community, from fresh milk to homegrown goods, all rooted in the work that we do right here. My husband Kyle is the farmer. He works this land alongside his parents, raising row crops and cattle, continuing a legacy that started long before us. Farming isn't just what he does, it's who he is. Together, we're building a life that's a little slower, a little more intentional, and deeply rooted in faith, family, and hard work. This life isn't always easy. There's a lot of early mornings and long days, unpredictable seasons, and plenty of lessons learned along the way. But it's also full of beauty. Sunsets over the pasture, the sound of calves playing in the spring, home-cooked meals around the table, and quiet moments that remind us exactly why we chose this life. Here at My Lilac Hill, we believe in making the most of what we have and finding joy in every day. Whether we're sharing farm days, homesteading routines, seasonal rhythms, or the simple moments in between, we're so glad you're here with us. This is more than just a farm. It's our home, our story, and a legacy we're honored to carry forward. This is My Lilac Hill, where faith, family, and farm life come together one season at a time.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Brittney, and I thought today I'd just bring you along to spend the day with me. I might have to go get my microphone because it's a lot windier than I thought. Give me a second. Okay, well, I didn't charge my microphone and it's flashing at me, so I apologize for the wind noise if the battery dies. I figured I would just bring you along for the day. It's a beautiful spring day here in Missouri. I have my jacket on because it's a little chillier. It had been almost 90 like all week, and beautiful and sunny, and we had a lot of spring thunderstorms, several tornadoes around us. Thankfully, we did not have any damage, and none of our family did. Now, there was a lot of people in and around this area and throughout the Midwest that did, which is really unfortunate. But today, I woke up, and it's a lot colder than I expected. And originally, we had plans for today, and those ended up getting postponed. And so I have a free day on a Saturday, and I wanted to work in my garden. But with all of the rain that we've had, it is way too wet. And so I could spend the day inside the house cleaning, and the inside of our house really could use my attention. But I thought what sounded a lot more fun is going to... She's screaming at my dog. I thought what would be a lot more fun is going to the nursery. So we mowed 1 week ago. You would not know it, but we've had that much rain. Over in our field terraces, I'll try to pop a picture in here. We had a lot of standing water last night. That seems to have all absorbed. So we didn't have any flash flooding or anything here. Now, closer into Kansas City, we're about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Kansas City. But inside Kansas City, there was some flooding. So I'm glad that we didn't have that. But it's just way too wet and too chilly to be planting in the garden. So we're gonna head into town. Kyle is making his rounds, feeding all the cows. So when he gets back, we're gonna head into town and go to a locally owned greenhouse, and I wanted to bring you along for that. We like to support this greenhouse because she is a small family owned operation, and we love small business and supporting small business. and she just has really healthy plants. So I start most everything in my garden from seed, whether I do it indoors or winter sowing or just direct sow in the garden. But there is a few things that I like to buy, so I figured I'd bring you along for the ride. There's Dolly. I think she's really enjoying being out with the beef herd.
I think she's enjoying not doing her own thing.
Yeah, not being milked every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think she's looking at these cows in the calf and like, oh, is this all you all do? You don't have to.
Yeah. You mean you don't have to
Somebody
load
lied
up
to
every
me.
day? Yeah.
Sales tax.
I wonder if she's going to sell any of those tubs back there. Because I'd take some of them.
Mineral lick tubs?
Mm-hmm. Well, that'll be good. Okay. I'm watching her. Yeah, it feels good in here. The vein of your existence.
I think they finally got ahead of it up there.
Of the mint.
Uh-huh. That's not a bad price, honestly. Like the one to replace the one that got lost on the other trailer was $60.
Yeah. This thing's kind of neat.
that lawnmower. He's like, I gotta still do the kicking. And
Well, it's ended up being a beautiful spring day, and we are home from the greenhouse. So I may end up getting a few things ready so that I can plant like Monday and Tuesday. We should be fairly dry for the next couple of days, and I'm hoping by Monday and Tuesday I can get some things planted. Maggie, come back. Are you helping me? Come help me.
Okay, so we got back from the greenhouse and lunch, which I shared a little bit with you. We stopped at one of our favorite little cafes in town. Not our town, a neighboring town, but the town where the greenhouse was. And we had lunch. And then Miss Maggie helped me a little bit outside. I had to dig up some yarrow that had spread and was in a place where I didn't want it. So I dug that up and moved it over to a few places to try and save it. And Maggie started getting increasingly cranky with me. And she decided it is time to go inside and snuggle up and take a nap. So I think probably with the time that it is, I'm going to have to cook supper after I get her nap taken care of, and then clean up, and it'll be bedtime before too long after that. So I think we're just going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for spending the day with me. I plan on planting everything that we got at the greenhouse here in about 2 or 3 days once things dry out a little bit, and hopefully I'll be able to bring you along for that. But thank you again for spending the day with me, and I'll catch you in the next video.